dragons have captured people's imagination for centuries, and Game of Thrones dragons are no exception. Here are 10 facts that you must know about dragons.
I'd say you get used to them.
Number 10. There are legends of ice dragons. The lives of dragons are shrouded in legend and mystery, but no one ever doubted they existed, even before Daenerys brought them back into the world. However, there is another type of dragon that many believe are just legend: ice dragons. Old Nan used to tell the Stark children about ice dragons, which were said to be even bigger than the dragons of Valyria. Legends say that they were made out of ice itself with blue eyes and clear wings. Jon Snow often thinks of them in the novels while he's at the Wall, noting how the howling winds there are like the icy breath of an ice dragon. Some legends even say the Wall itself traps an ice dragon, and it will be freed if it ever comes down. After the death and reanimation of Viserion by the Night King, it's clear that ice dragons are not merely legends of the past. Although no character has witnessed the ice dragon yet, it may cause problems for Westeros in the future. Number 9. They can be killed. Despite their size and power, dragons have fallen in battle before. In the Second Spice War between Valyria and the Ronyar, Prince Garin and his forces managed to kill 3 dragons using water wizards. However, the Valyrians returned with 300 dragons and won a decisive victory over Garin. This is not the only recorded death of a dragon in war. Long before the Dance of the Dragons, Westeros also saw a dragon fall. Aegon never truly conquered the Seven Kingdoms because Dorne managed to withstand his assault by not meeting him on the battlefield. When his sister Rhaenys attacked them, they managed to bring down her dragon Meraxus with a scorpion bolt through its eye. Additionally, when the Night King fired his ice spear at Viserion, the dragon was immediately mortally wounded and sailed down to his death. Number 8. The oldest dragon died at 200 years old. Balerion was able to grow into the largest dragon in the history of Westeros because he also lived the longest life, dying at over 200 years of age. At the time of Aegon's landing, he was thought to be close to 125 years old. Number 7. Their scales thicken and grow harder with age. Despite their enormous size, dragons are not indestructible as we have seen, but they do get more difficult to injure as they age. This is due to their protective scales, which get stronger and harder over the years, protecting the muscles and flesh. These thicker dragon scales are nearly impervious to flame. This helps on the rare occasions when a dragon fights another dragon. Thanks to this, dragons don't need to wear protective armor. Combined with the strength of their bones, which is said to be lighter and more flexible than steel, but just as strong and completely immune to fire, they are an unparalleled challenge for any army to bring down. An archer would want to aim for their eyes or possibly their wings. However, dragon wings themselves are akin to leather, a material often used as protective armor among soldiers. Number 6. Their flame can melt steel and stone. Dragon Flame's scorch made it possible for the Valyrians to build unmatched monuments, such as the Valyrian Outpost, Volantis, and the Black Walls. The Black Walls form a massive fused black oval, which is thick enough to have 6 chariots run side by side on the top of it. Yet there isn't a seam within it, thanks to the Dragon Flame that forged it. Aegon also used Balerian's Dragon Flame to forge the Iron Throne. Number 5. There are many theories about where dragons come from. No one knows the exact origin of dragons. Dragons are native to Essos, and there are legends from far north and south about them having once lived there. Ancient dragon bones have even been found in some of these places. There are those who say that dragons came from the Shadowlands beyond the mysterious city of Asai. In Qarth, legend is that dragons came from a second moon that was opened by the heat of the sun, resulting in 1 million dragons being released. There was an archmaester who believed that practitioners of blood magic made dragons from wyverns, which are similar creatures that lack fire. Number 4. Dragons might only allow people of Valyrian heritage to ride them. Not just anyone can ride a dragon, and many have died trying to mount one. Some maesters believe that dragons are as intelligent as men. We can't fully understand their intelligence. This is why no one knows exactly why a dragon will allow one person to mount them, but not another.
I don't know how to ride a dragon.
Nobody does, until they ride a dragon.
What if he doesn't want me to?
Then I've enjoyed your company, Jon Snow.
However, some believe that being of Valyrian descent is a factor in this connection, and explains why relatives and bastards of House Targaryen are able to become dragon riders. There may be an innate relationship between dragons and those of Valyrian's ancestry. However, it is unknown whether this is because they were the first people to find the dragons, or because they made dragons using their own magic. Drogon got up close and personal with Jon Snow, who is secretly the son of Rhaegar Targaryen. Drogon seemed to innately understand that Jon himself has the blood of a dragon. Number 3. Dragons fought each other during the Targaryen Civil War. The First Targaryen Civil War is known as the Dance of the Dragons due to sky battles between dragons. The legends of those dragons' fights are some of the most amazing in the entire history of the Seven Kingdoms. The war led to the death of many of them and helped lead to their extinction from the world. Half-brother and sister Aegon II and Rhaenyra fought over the Iron Throne following the death of their father, King Viserys I. At his death, there were 20 dragons, the most ever in Westeros. By the end of the dance, only 4 remained, and within 20 years, the last dragon died too. Size advantage was the primary factor in many dragon fights, though speed helped too. Dragons had success attacking one another by going after their throats, since their massive jaws and huge teeth were one of the few things that could penetrate their thick scales and strong bones. Number 2. Dragons and their riders have exclusive relationships so long as the rider lives. Part of what makes the relationship between dragons and their riders special is that they are always exclusive. A dragon rider will never attempt to sit on the back of another dragon, and this was even true of Aegon the Conqueror, who never sat on one of his sister wives' dragons. It works the other way as well, because a dragon will never accept another mount while their own rider lives. The connection ends when a dragon rider dies. Aegon was not the first Targaryen to ride on the back of Balerion, the Black Dread, nor was he the last. Dragons would be mostly useless if they didn't accept anyone else after their rider died due to the dragon's long lives. Number 1. Dragons might be able to sense when their riders are in distress. Dragons and their riders have a special relationship, but it might go well beyond a physical connection. When Queen Helaena Targaryen died, her dragon Dreamfire is said to have risen with a roar so loud it shook the entire dragon pit where she was locked up. She was so distraught that she managed to break 2 of her chains. Dreamfire seemed to sense the death of her dragon rider at the moment of Helena's demise, despite not being anywhere near her. This connection might also work in reverse. In the novels, when Drogon was struck by a spear by the Sons of the Harpy during their surprise attack in the fighting pit of Meereen, Daenerys screamed out at the same time he was hit, as though she herself had been struck. Do you know any other interesting facts about Game of Thrones dragons? What do you think of the first ice dragon? Let us know in the comments.
Don't forget to subscribe for exciting new contents every week.